I'm going to try to make that as plain as I can to the audience. See, the Honorable Elijah Muhammad was able, after being taught by His Majesty in the person of Master Farad Muhammad, he was able to look in the books and look at our circumstance. He was able to look in the books at a sociological situation, read the books, see what the books are projecting. Now, the books are saying that God would come. He saw that. He recognized God. Said that God would have a messenger. He would raise one up amongst the people. He saw that. He was the one. Said that he would do this for 40 years. He saw that. Then it said after 40 years, they would fall. That's his instruction. And he did everything in his power to make sure that happened, because it said after they fall, there would come another one to raise them again. So he wasn't worried about it being detrimental.
Now, when you said there was a nation inside of a nation, was there an actual nation inside of the nation at that time?
The nation of the lost found nation of Islam, built by the Most Honorable Elijah, well, built by His Majesty in the person of Master Farad Muhammad, and continued by the Honorable Elijah Muhammad. That's a nation inside the United States of America, which is another nation. So there you have your nation in a nation. No matter whether you believe it or not, you sure as hell can't deny it. It's written in the history books. It happened.
Savior's Day 1974.
Mm-hmm.
The Honorable Elijah Muhammad speaks about the Indians getting their land taken by the white man. And he says he could bear witness that the Indians wasn't doing anything with it.
Well, the Honorable Elijah Muhammad taught us that the Indian had been expelled from the Holy Land some 10,000 years ago and sent to America. So the Indian did not actually own America. So that may have been his mindset why he didn't do anything in America, because he didn't own it. But the white man came along, Don Elijah Muhammad said, and took it from him. He said, I don't blame him. He wasn't doing nothing with it. So all I can tell you is, if the Honorable Elijah Muhammad made a statement like that, it was simply because there was something behind his statement that he did not continue to talk about. Something that he knew. That simple. The Honorable Elijah Muhammad was not a man that spoke with useless words. Everything he said had a 2, 3, 4-fold meaning. Hey, people looking saying, you ain't even know the Honorable Elijah Muhammad. I've studied the Honorable Elijah Muhammad so hard, I done fooled myself into thinking that I know him personally. After 40 years of diligent study of every word that I can find of his, I feel like I know him. And if I don't know him, one thing you can bet your bottom dollar on, I know his teachings. Now try that one. I think you've been around me long enough to know that would be a mistake. I'm going to hand you your hat. It's that simple. I ain't bragging. I put in my work. I've studied him for 40 years. I've been taught by one that knew him. The Honorable Silas Muhammad lived with him in his home. And he gave him personal instructions, just like the Honorable Silas Muhammad has given me personal instructions. I know that we're living in the moment. Certain things are just common damn sense. I don't need someone to tell me that me and my people have been here in America 400 years. I know that. That's not up for debate. But you have people, pardon me, people saying that Donald Trump has said that they're going to commemorate 400-year history of African Americans being in America. They're saying, oh, that's us. That's the people of the book. We're the people of the book. Well, if we're the people of the book, and you've done the first portion of the book, of the prediction, what's the second portion? Or did the story just stop at 400 years? Because that ain't what I read. I read that it continued. The Honorable Elijah Muhammad taught that it continued. The Honorable Silas Muhammad said he is pursuing the continuance. So, what are the instructions? Right after 400 years, it says that, and I shall judge that nation. What are you going to do? Throw something out the sky on it? Well, what are you going to do to them? Well, my common sense tells me that the book is saying that you're going to take them to court so that you can have a judgment. And then the next verse says, and they shall come out with great substance. Well, if you're not an idiot, and I'm not calling anyone an idiot, that says you won your case. How long will those two verses take to manifest itself in life? See, just because it's just two verses don't mean that it happened just like that. What's the due process? This is a thinking man's game. And if you're not thinking, you might not want to pursue this. And I'll be quick to tell you, everybody can't think. Everybody got thoughts. Thinking is an art. It's a science. Everybody can't do it. Everybody has not been trained to do it. That's why everybody don't run Fortune 500 companies. Because those people have been trained to think. Not just pull all their thoughts out of their head and start talking. These are methodical situations in order to progress. You don't pay people millions of dollars a year to fail. Just not how this game works, called capitalism.